Good morning. Welcome to China. Welcome to Sichuan. Welcome to Chengdu. Chengdu is the 4th largest city in China. Just imagine how much there is to eat here. I'm so stoked. I've never been to Sichuan. This is maybe the 10th trip that I've taken to China. Sichuan province is just world famous, world renowned for so many delicious things to eat, right? Have you ever had Sichuan food where you come from? So it's our first meal of the day, but actually it's about noon. And man, I definitely have a huge appetite for some Sichuan home-cooked food. Thank you so much for getting stoked with us. It's breakfast lunchtime. 可以开吗？可以看外面吗? So this huge steamer right here, occasionally home to dumplings, to buns. This one is home to a selection of meat. We're gonna have something. 这个是排骨吗? OK, 梅菜扣肉一碗，谢谢。
这个吗？
这个是吧？
梅菜扣肉排骨什么牛肉？蔬菜
拼盘，这个是猪头肉。
这个猪头肉，然后
蔬菜拼盘。
这个可以。我忘记了豆花一碗，谢谢。有米饭吗？
米饭自己取。
哦，谢谢。
自己取米
OK。
饭。
I love the feel of the tradition, just these huge, open, big iron pots, right? And look at the serving size. Yeah, that's incredible. So I was wrong. This vegetable dish, actually some of it is cooked, some of it is steamed. Some of these are fried. But then this special dip over here, this goes with the tofu, those cubes, those chunks. There's a special dip for it too. And then rice is self-service. How amazing is that? So they don't even charge for rice. Actually, that's very common at a restaurant like this where you order dishes that go with rice. The rice is unlimited. You take some yourself. So we can always be eating hot rice. Just take a little bit. But man, you should see how much food is on the table already. You see, the portion sizes are huge. That is in keeping with my memories of China for sure. So I might have got ahead of myself with the need for any rice at all. Check out how they arranged the table. First of all, you see they put the tofu in the middle. It shows, just like the name of the restaurant. So when we were walking by, I saw the name Mei Dou Hua Fan. So the Dou Hua is the tofu, and I thought, oh, it's soy milk with the Chinese colors. Li, let's have a light breakfast. And then we roll up, and everyone's eating these massive plates of meat, of pork skin, pork fat, of like fried veg, and I said, man, what's going on here? Yeah. I hope you are having a beautiful month of May already. We are enjoying the sunshine right here. Man, what a great way to start our China trip. An immediate test of my chopstick skills. Very soft. So this sauce, also the ladies made this sauce up for us, which is good because I wouldn't really know the proportions. So you see a ton of chili oil. Got to get used to that for any trip to Sichuan. The amount of chili oil you're going to be consuming is abundant. The flavor is so simple, but completely satisfying. So the cooking process over charcoal, they use to heat the water and the soybeans. It's very simple, just water and soybeans. The smoke just makes its way into the flavor of the tofu so well. Then combine that smoke, that umami, with something as simply perfect as Chinese chili oil or a dip. It's incredible how comforting, how satisfying tofu dipped in chili can be. Awesome. And I don't know if I've ever had something like that before. Tofu as the center of the meal. Okay, but right next to it, I am very familiar with this one. Mei Cai Kou Rou. Rou is meat, kou. Flipping over, so it's like a dish that they make in a bowl and then flip it over into the serving plate. Mei Cai is these pickled vegetables. And we are in Sichuan, so there's some peppercorns in there as well. That much fat this early in the morning. It's a wise decision. You see behind me, the restaurant is just filling up. I love it. 3, 4 generations. I love it. Those are the best kinds of food memories. All right, let me give you a shot of this. It's almost like the proportions per bite of bacon, right? Meat and pork belly. The pork belly is the cut for this dish right here. Dude, do not forget this dish name when you visit China. Mei Cai Kou Rou. That much fat. For me, it almost feels like I need to somehow apologize or feel guilty. It's so good. And in the veg, the sourness I expect. But the numbing flavor from that Sichuan peppercorn oil that's in the dish. I've never had a Sichuan version of Mei Cai Kou Rou. Dude. As good as that is, though, that chili, their recipe of the chili oil is excellent. I'm going to just dip a little bit in that. Heart level satisfaction up to here. You know what though? I don't need to feel guilty. Here's a nice fried plate of a ton of greenery right over here. Lee, you gotta help me. What is zucchini in Chinese? 西葫芦. Chayote?
佛手瓜、
佛手瓜.
西兰花、
But there's another name.
花椰菜、
花椰菜. 西兰花. 佛手瓜 is a 佛手瓜. Gua is fruit, gua. I constantly confuse those. Gourd, gua, 佛手瓜. And 不是西兰花, 西葫芦 is a zucchini. Zucchini, 大蒜, garlic, 佛手瓜. Chayote, 花椰菜, broccoli. All of it has been fried lightly with a little bit of soy sauce, a lot of garlic. Man. And what do you know? There's some chilies as well. Just the healthy addition that you need to go with all these other 3 gloriously meaty, fatty dishes. I love the activity. Huge family just came in. It's really cool. Sorry for maybe a little bit extra noise, but the vibe is also double the excitement in here. 现在泰国我认识猪蹄，但是这个是猪头肉，有大葱是吗？这个是大葱，花生，芹菜，什么芹菜？这个是猪头，最后是猪头肉。So there are 2 strategies you can use over here. You can take one by one each piece, the pig head fatty meat right there, onto the rice, peanut in chili oil, leek right there, or a giant green onion as it is in Chinese. This one, stem of celery, and one more ingredient, is there? What do you know? Chili. So that's one strategy. Or you can just go one by one from the dish. So you can just grip up a bunch with your chopsticks, which I'm doing, but you can also go one by one to learn the names of the ingredients, which I'm doing, practicing my Chinese. It's cold, like really cold. Yes, that's awesome. Things that are spicy and cold are so unique. I love it. You know, there are a lot of dishes that feature cold, fatty cuts of meat, blending delicious flavors with also your expectations. And then to go with that coolness, you have the celery and the leek. Both of them are like Very crisp, very fresh, very cooling as well. What a genius dish. And just so that no part of your mouth is unstimulated, it also has umami and roasted flavors from the peanut and the chili oil. Just a fascinating dish. Don't be put off by the translation. Pork head meat. Okay, fifth and final dish. Oh, it's beef with the sour bamboo. That's what it is. That's a huge serving then. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at that. Okay, now I know why Lee, when I ordered this at the end, I had already ordered those, and then I ordered this at the end. She's like, okay, are you going to be able to eat all that? Man, these are huge serving size. The beef, new row. Dude, I'm trying to wonder why I feel so unique or weird. Chinese food that I'm familiar with, most of it is pork, or if not chunks of pork, then like pork fat or pork lard. You might kind of forget that even if you can't see any pieces of pork, the flavor of pork is really still in so many dishes because they fry with pork lard, even like vegetables. It's not vegetarian. There's still pork lard in the vegetables. So to actually eat just a straightforward, clean hunk of beef, even though I'm from the USA, beef is like the meat, the main meat. In my life over here in Asia, it's so not the first meaty flavor that you expect. Just a clean cut of meat like that is really a treat. And again, so awesome when it's when it's tinged on every side with the Sichuan peppercorn oil. Man. What a breakfast. I love this restaurant. It should have the location that it does. Right jutting out on the corner, nothing blocking your view. And when I'm sitting here enjoying these incredible flavors, I think I can see in one glance maybe 200 or 300 people on their way to work in some capacity. The amount of delivery drivers is also unreal. You almost can't walk straight. And you know something personal? Celery is the one food that I have ever hated. Growing up, if my mom would put celery in something, hated it. She would make me stay at the table unless I tried at least one bite of celery. And I hated it for years. I mean, like, until I was 18. But now, in Asia, specifically the Chinese beef celery dumplings, it has changed my mind totally, and now I love celery. And this, just like pork fat, chili oil, and celery, and peanuts, just those four things together fried, killer combo. And what do you think about that tofu?
I never had this kind. Because they don't use the very high flesh. Inside very
Oh.
If just eat, maybe it's not that good, but with chili dip, it's very good.
Yeah, isn't that combo? It's so simple, but really so good, right?
But my favorite is still the pig head meat.
Pig head meat.
Yeah.
What if I told you, I think, maybe my friends from the USA, they would say, pig head meat, that is not a dish that I'm interested in, just by the name. What do you think of that reaction, I guess, as Chinese?
I just feel sad for them. It means so much.
Yes.
Because another part we like the pig ear. Country. Look bad but not bad.
Now I've lived here long enough, and I've also lived with you long enough to me, it's not weird anymore. And now, actually, I'm the one who ordered that dish. But I'm trying to remember 20 years ago, before I ever set foot in Asia, I would have thought that was very weird to have a whole dish that is just pig face or pork face meat.
More unique thing waiting for you in Sichuan.
I bet truer words were never spoken. Dude, I love this. I'm satisfied with my choice of this restaurant. Right? So when we walked up, it was just 2 tables of elderly people, 2 big tables. But I recognize that as a sign of a good restaurant. When obviously they've been around a few years, they know which restaurants are good, and this is their spot for breakfast. But now it's like every single seat. Yeah, every single table is now full. Oh man. So also an opinion from an outsider. Restaurants in China, the places that I've been, it's not going to be a quiet dining experience unless you're alone at the restaurant. But it is so fun and it's so memorable. And now I really love it. And I even remember specific meals for like how much action, how loud the restaurant was. Just, it's cool. This is a great first day. It's so good to be back in China, man. So you said the tofu is soft inside, or not
very
soft?
soft.
Yeah.
Very soft.
But you didn't expect it to be so.
Because it look like Lao Tofu.
Okay. Yeah. And you see, they each brought us our own chili dip, not just one. So it's so important that tofu with the chili. I researched another part of the trip. Lee researched this part. She's been watching the weather and the forecast because Sichuan has very quickly changing weather. She says it hasn't been sunny or a perfect day like this in a long time. And several months, she said. And our first day, blue skies, like blazing sunshine right there.
Yesterday's raining.
And yesterday raining. But it's not hot. Very comfortable. I've been hanging out at high elevation in the cold. I cycled 1,100 kilometers in 10 days and climbed almost 20,000 meters. So it's a climbing trip, altitude exposure, purposefully for an upcoming attempt to climb the highest climb that I've ever found. It's going to be the new highest point that I've ever been with the bicycle or not. But it was snowing a few days ago, so let's see if I can do it on this trip. I'm really looking forward to that. As far as like a solo mission of this trip, that's my goal. I won't tell you the numbers because they're insane, so just wait to see if I can even do it. And the reason I brought that up is, yeah, after 10 days of living by myself, chilling out, my body needs something just like this 100 times. This has been a favorite of mine since the first time I ever tried it. Mei Cai Kou Rou. And I already made the mistake many minutes ago describing this. Maybe in the comments, there is already one of you helping me out. But I realized I was wrong when I said they're all fried in the wok. The Mei Cai Kou Rou is definitely steamed. It's steamed in a bowl. A very interesting cooking technique that I love from China. It's a much more healthy technique. You see this? It has oil and it's a ton of pork fat as the cut of meat, but it doesn't have the chili oil in the dish. It has mature vinegar, I think, actually. And Mei Cai is the name of that vegetable. I love that they put Sichuan peppercorns in there. That's definitely different than the other times I've had it. But from the first time that I ever had it, this was one of my favorite Chinese foods. Wow. The chili oil for sure has some salt in it. It's not just chili oil, she made up a dip for us. Man, the chili oil is so good. It's so, so, 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 so good. It's so, amount of fat that I've consumed for this one meal is sending me into a little bit of a daze, but it is so welcome. I did finish almost the whole plate of vegetables over there. No leafy greens for this meal, but maybe I'll have some later. Man. So the price of this dish, here, rice is free, 3, 2, 1 for the meats. The total price is $4.50. Yeah, that's pretty good. That was a lot of meat. So unique. So let's see if I can remember the name. Mei Dou Hua Fan. I had to cheat. I cut the video. Mei Dou Hua Fan. Good find. We're going to keep walking, enjoying the beautiful blue skies, the puffy white clouds, the gorgeous temperatures. The China trip is off to a great start. Thank you for hanging out with us and giving this video a thumbs up if you want. I'd love to hear from you in the comments for sure. And have you ever visited Sichuan province in China? It's a land of opportunities, land of exotic adventure opportunities for sure. I'm looking forward to this whole trip. See ya. So the trips that I've taken in China now, maybe 10 different trips, 10 different locations in China that I've visited, maybe half of them by myself on the bicycles, staying in smaller towns, smaller villages. Maybe I don't really know what's going on, have to find stuff for myself, and not very developed like this, more about the bike. But when we have visited friends, the communities that we've stayed in are sort of like this. This is like what city life looks like definitely for most of the young friends, Lee's classmates that we have come back to China to visit over the years. They live in housing units like this, maybe 20 to 30 story residences, apartments, condos, and then the bottom floors, you see here, the bottom 3 floors are all different types of shops, and then you just repeat that dozens and dozens of times, all the outskirts of all the downtowns of the cities. So Chengdu is larger than the other ones we visited, but still, several million. You have people walking, they're walking their dogs, there's a dog behind Lee right now. So the layout of these communities, to me, is so surprisingly wide open. When you think we are in a city of over 20 million people, that's larger than any city in the entire USA. But there's a huge open space right here. There's a huge garden, there's trees, there's flowers. There's very wide spaces to walk. People are walking their dogs right here, and there's motorbikes all around. If I was walking my dog, I would want to know that it's confident and comfortable. So what I'm saying is, the infrastructure of China, the development, but also in a way that's somewhat harmonious with nature, it always impresses me, always surprises me, because I think, man, China has 1.4 billion people. It must just be hectic, busy, crazy all the time. No, that's not the situation. 1.4 billion, yeah, so 1,400 million. One thing that is hectic is the electric motorbike speed, the delivery, food delivery, and other services that happen on electric bikes. That's the only thing to me that's really hectic. It's so peaceful, and it really is so quiet, man. So we're loving being back here in a new place. Again, thank you for giving me time to share what I'm excited about. Yeah, this is Chengdu.